One globe after another. Zoe showies us the way to the top. Harvey Dent is heaven sent. Somehow, Jackass has returned. Mando and Grogu, more like Mando and Poo-Poo. More like Buffer Brothers, am I right? Because they're still processing people's reactions. Get it? All of that and so much more here on News Dump. What up, big dog?
What up, homie?
So I just want to step on your feet right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you step on a nail. What do we want to do to your feet right now?
Excuse me?
Okay, so you have here somehow Jackass returned. Also, you had it in the rundown. Did you listen to last week's News Dump?
I don't know.
We had it in last week's News Dump.
Oh, there you go.
We had this exact story.
I'm just so excited that Jackass is back.
But you would think that because you are so excited that that would have stood out to you from last episode.
Right. Yeah. You would think.
One might think. One might think. Hey, Mac, you see this? You hear about this? All over the world, people are reading about this and talking about it. But podcasts are now on Netflix?
Yeah, I think you're a month behind this.
Well, no. Bill Simmons, he was the first person to have a podcast on Netflix.
They announced this a while ago, like at least a month ago.
We announced last week that Jackass 5 was coming out.
Yeah, so I guess we're even.
So the podcasts that are on Netflix right now, Bill Simmons' podcast, My Favorite Murder, Pardon My Take, The Rewatchables, The Breakfast Club, and Spittin' Chicklets.
Yeah, it's I don't really understand. Like for me, Netflix and YouTube are essentially the same thing at this point, right?
That's a huge slap in the face to Netflix.
Yeah, like I don't see why anyone would benefit by going to Netflix as a podcast other than money. Like
I was going to ask,
paid, right?
So are these also on YouTube?
Maybe if Netflix has their, probably via that route, but I don't know if they're posting on, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. And so,
but like, what's the point of going to Netflix when YouTube already exists?
It has to be money, right? It has to be money.
Has to be.
It has to be revenue.
Yeah.
And, from what I've learned from all of this is that, like, there's so much money to go around for us podcasts. So I honestly, they aren't even podcasts anymore. They're just talk shows, right?
Podcasting has come so far that it has usurped morning talk shows, essentially, right?
Right.
You used to have morning and daytime talk shows that dominated network television, and now no one really pays attention to those anymore. Now most people get their news via the internet, including
which
podcasts.
You shouldn't. Yeah. Or if you do, double check it.
But there's also, like, what podcasts have done is carved out niches left and right. Mm-hmm. Most people only care about very specific things, you know? So I'm going to listen to, say, Spittin' Chicklets to get inside NHL analysis and information. Whereas if you watch ESPN in the morning, you're not going to get very much of that. So that it's really become specialized. And I don't know. I think it's not that I'm listening to many podcasts these days or watching talk shows or the news, but it seems like podcasts have you covered for whatever you want.
And it does seem advertising-wise that as opposed to adapting the older stuff to how podcasts could make money, they're like, let's make podcasts the same as what the old stuff do. Long commercial breaks.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Many podcasts are free. The best ones usually you have to have
for now.
Like a small
I'm going to call this right now is I believe eventually and possibly soon, podcasts will cost money.
Well, what I was walking down the path there towards was, do you want to pay $2.99 or $4.99 for advertisement free? There's your route. If you don't, here's the addition with podcasts. It's going to be like streaming services, I guess.
And people love those right now. People love the business model that streaming services have gone down, even though I think within a couple of years, we're going to be back on cable.
I'm out of the game altogether, Goo.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Until that thing explodes. So I did go down the path of seeing how we could get on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I'm reading, we're not going to.
Okay. All right. I mean, that
so
makes
you
sense.
have to network and pitch through professionals.
Yeah.
We
Do
don't know any
I was
professionals.
gonna say I don't know a professional.
Our only hookup is pretty much gone, so that's not going to happen. Become a major video podcast, the modern route. Having watched our YouTube videos, that's not going to happen.
To be fair, because of you and one of your coworkers' efforts, our video platform on YouTube is better than most.
No, I was not. So we do look better than most. We do come in at a very nice picture quality. We use a great platform to record. Riverside. If Riverside wants to give us money, we'll take it. Plus, I love this. We used to use StreamYard. They can suck a fat one. Riverside is great.
Now that we're out of our NDA, which
But also, if Riverside wants to pay us to go back, I love them.
StreamYard was ahead of the curve 8 years ago, and then they just sort of lost their touch.
I feel like a lot of what they were promoting or telling us that they could do, Riverside actually does.
There you go.
So credit to them. And then also understand Netflix's podcast strategy. And I do understand this. You want to hear what the strategy is?
Sure. Yeah. Money.
And I know that we're going to talk about Golden Globes in 1 second. Did you have here in your notes that Amy Poehler won for Podcast of the Year?
I do have that in there. Thanks for spoiling it, Goo.
It's kind of bullshit. Because I believe, when is the Dorkies? Is that tonight, tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
One can only assume that they're going to overlook us too and give it to those quantity boys, the fucking TLDR losers.
I guess the inherent problem with podcasts going to Netflix, most people have Netflix, right? But I'm not going to sign up for Netflix to watch my podcast when I can still listen to it for free.
Yeah.
I prefer watching the medium over just listening. You're more of a listener over a watcher, but I'm not going to pay to watch.
How do we get awards and money, though?
It's a great question.
I guess we need to focus.
Yeah, we can start our own podcast awards.
We already have. We start
podcast for podcasts.
Oh, for specifically podcasts?
Yes.
And we fall into so many categories that we could win all of them. And then, should we just start our own platform? And then we'd be the headliners on that platform.
Yeah, and you can produce for everyone.
So that's my issue with Netflix as well, is I already don't like doing it for YouTube. Think of all the effort I'd have to do to actually make it coherent and good for Netflix.
I mean, the nice thing for Netflix here is all the podcasts they're taking on already have a pretty official and professional video setup.
Yeah.
So they don't have to do anything. They're just hosting the podcast.
You want to know why we would never do it? Mac would never leave his basement.
That's probably true.
We're going to offer you Mac's like, do I have to be in person? Do I have to be in person to do this?
I want gas money. I want free meals.
I want Stranger Things episode 9.
Actually, if they just gave me gas money and gave me meals, that'd probably be good enough.
I would love gas money. I tell myself every day, I'm like, I'm not going to spend any money today. And then I immediately have to put gas in the tank. Have you ever tried to not spend money in one day?
I don't think I've ever consciously thought to myself, I'm not going to spend a cent today.
That is all I think about when I wake up every day. And every day I turn my back on myself. I can't do it.
There's a challenge for all of our listeners out there. In one given day, in a 24-hour period, don't spend a cent. Let us know how it goes.
You would have to plan ahead of time to make sure that you have enough food in the house to last you for a day. Your gas tank is full. And what else do you spend? I spend money on ridiculous shit.
It's probably pretty easy for most people. But for you and I, apparently, it's hard.
Could you?
I think I would say like 4 days a week, maybe I don't spend money. I actually think I'm around
okay,
there.
Track yourself. I do want to hear about this because I would like to go.
So at work, twice a week. Well, it carries in, so 24-hour periods. Let me say it's that. So when I'm coming on and getting off work, I usually buy a coffee. So that would knock out 2 days. But
I don't do that anymore, but go ahead.
I still have coffee at home. But say I'm in between shifts at home, I usually have food that I'm going to cook for a day. And unless I'm traveling far, I'm probably not putting gas in the tank. So I'd say there's at least 2 or 3 days a week I'm not spending money.
Because even if I want to, I guess some people do try and not spend money for a full week. But to do that, you would have to spend so much money on Sunday just to get yourself ready for those 5 days.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's the trade-off, right? It's like meal prepping, except you're prepping for life. Life prepping.
News dump. I came across this today, Mac. It's a Gen Z, not Gen C, insult, and I kind of like it.
Okay.
It is choppelganger.
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 So doppelganger, but chopple.
So doppelganger, obviously, is when you look like somebody.
Sure.
Chop is already a Gen Z insult for someone or something that is unattractive, undesirable, or messed up.
Oh, like
So
that's chopped? They say that?
So what they're saying, though, is that you look like someone, but you're the ugly version.
Sure. I mean, I think that's sort of implied with doppelganger.
That's what I thought, too.
Yeah.
Is that I've always assumed, like, when someone's like, oh, you look like this famous person.
Yeah.
I always think to myself, like, that's the crowning achievement of what I could look like.
I'm the poor man's version of the famous person.
Yeah.
It's already implied.
Right. But I just like it because it rhymes.
Okay. Sure.
News dump. What happened at the Golden Globes?
All right, Goo, I got your Golden Globes recap here.
Be as interesting as possible.
The winner on the evening was clearly One Battle After Another, taking home 4 awards. We had 4 other movies take home 2 awards. Everyone else won 1 or none. K-pop, Demon Hunters, The Secret Agent, Hamnet, and Sinners all won 2. Your Best Picture winner in the drama category was Hamnet, which was a little bit of a surprise over Frankenstein. It was just an accident. Sentimental Value, Sinners, and The Secret Agent. Best Picture Musical Comedy, which again is the worst category every year. I don't know why they ever got their own thing. But One Battle After Another won there, beating Blue Moon, Begonia, Marty Supreme, No Other Choice, and Nouvelle Vague.
They should just call it American League National League and just split the movies 5 and 5 and see what happens.
Your Best Picture in the animated division was K-pop Demon Hunters. Your Best Picture in the non-English language division was The Secret Agent from Brazil. Your Best Actress winner was Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. She beat Eva Victor, Jennifer Lawrence, Julia Roberts, Renee Reinsve, and Tessa Thompson.
Reinsve.
Yeah, Reinsve. That's a tough one.
You might have misspelled that, for all I know.
Best Actress in Musical Comedy, Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I don't know if we talked about that.
Have you seen
watched
it yet?
Yeah. I don't think it's very good in the same way that so it's like too. I understand what it's going for. It's about a mother, like, all on her own, having some issues raising children. And so she's having some delusions and there's some mental health stuff. Rose Byrne is great in it. The movie's just not very interesting for me. It's not made for me, though. So what are you going to do? Best Supporting Actress.
I thought you were a single mom who works too hard. So this movie's made for Reba, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, Reba fans.
Mm-hmm.
Best Supporting Actress went to Teyana Taylor from One Battle After Another. And I'm already getting sick of this. Like, she might be the worst part of the movie, Goo. She's only in 25 minutes of the movie. She defeats Amy Madigan, who won, I believe, whatever the last award show was from Weapons. I don't think either are deserving, but the other nominees were Ariana Grande, Wicked for Good, Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value, Inge's daughter, Lilius, Sentimental Value, and Emily Blunt for The Smashing Machine. So the category nominees aren't great in general. So what are you going to do?
Do you think
there?
it's because, and I mean nothing by this, Teyana Taylor looked amazing in that movie?
She looked great, Goo,
She looked real nice.
The movie doesn't get good doesn't get great until she leaves the movie.
Yeah, but that's also when like you're only aroused the first 25
minutes. And I know
minutes.
Best Actors and Best Supporting specifically don't have to be in a lot of the movie, right? But if you're only in the first act of the movie, and that's the worst act of the movie, how the fuck can you win Best Supporting?
What if you are only in the first act, but everyone is waiting for you to come back? And
I don't know if we
suspense.
were waiting for her to come back. We were expecting her to come back.
I was waiting.
There's a difference.
I was waiting, like the movie, waiting.
Best Actor in a Drama went to Wagner Moore from The Secret Agent. There's some talk that he could challenge Timothée Chalamet at the Oscars. I don't think that's going to happen. He beats Dwayne Johnson, Jeremy Allen White, Joel Edgerton, Michael B. Jordan, and Oscar Isaac. Best Actor in a Musical Comedy went to Timothée Chalamet. He beats Ethan Hawke, George Clooney, Jesse Plemons, Lee Byung-hun, and Leonardo DiCaprio. That's going to be... It's trending more towards our Best Actor and Best Actress. Buckley and Chalamet might run away with these things. I still think Leo is better in One Battle After Another than Timothy and Marty, but he was also great. Best Supporting Actor went to Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. Goo, Best Director, PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson for one battle. Best Screenplay, also PTA for one battle after another. I found it interesting here, Goo, that Safdie did not get nominated for Best Director, but he did get nominated for Screenplay. That's an interesting little tidbit there. Best Score went to Ludwig Göransson for Sinners. I think Sinners had a great score. I think Marty Supreme's was better, but Ludwig was obviously awesome.
Ludwig.
Maybe the easiest award to pick on the year was Best Original Song. Obviously went to Golden by K-Pop Demon Hunters, and it's unfortunate because I think I Lied to You from Sinners would win in like 90% of other years, but Golden is an absolute banger. Cinematic and Box Office Achievement went to Sinners,
It's a stupid award.
It's a stupid award, but I like this winning more so than the one that just made the most money. Yeah. I like it going to the movie that wasn't expected to make a lot of money and then made a shit ton of money. So I think that's
most improved player.
That's fitting. Elsewhere, Goo, in TV, Best TV Drama went to The Pit, which I just recently started watching, about a third of the way through season 1. It's now won.
It's like season 1 of Parks and Rec, right?
Yeah. It has now swept the Globes, Emmys, and Critics' Choice Awards, so it seems like it's dominating. It already got renewed for season 3. Season 2 just came out. And very interesting, maybe because of The Pit, Severance has been shut out of all of the awards so far in award season, which is disappointing.
Well, it's won awards in the past, though, like actors and...
In the past. It's not winning anything this time around.
Well... Look at Better Call Saul. They never won any. Who cares about... I'll tell you right now, and I know that we just talked about awards for, 25 minutes?
Sure.
I don't give a shit about any of these.
All right. And to be fair, the Globes are definitely like the least important of the awards in award season.
The easiest to grease the palms of.
Yeah, which is why they're the least important. Best TV Musical Comedy went to The Studio, which Goo didn't really like, right?
No, I only saw one episode, and I could not...
Okay. I never even gave it a chance. Best Podcast, as Goo mentioned at the top, Good Hang with Amy Poehler. That defeated Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. Caller Daddy, Smartless, the Mel Robbins podcast, and Up First.
I believe that these selections for Best Podcast, and I'm not going to tell you what a good podcast is. I have no idea. This was just, let's pick famous people that have podcasts.
Yeah, it's annoying. I mean, Caller Daddy.
I'm sure Amy Poehler is great. The clips that I've seen of her show, I don't know.
I mean, I don't listen to Caller Daddy, never have, probably never will. But that girl is self-made because of the podcast. Yeah. She's probably the best podcast.
Like, what makes a good podcast?
I don't know. Who knows? No one knows, Goo.
No, we bring you friendship. No one else has ever done that before.
Best stand-up went to Ricky Gervais for Mortality. And Goo,
another stupid award.
Coming out of the Golden Globes and leading in. Variety has gone out and predicted that Sinners might become, so they're already hedging their prediction, might become the most nominated film of all time at the Oscars with 15. I believe the record right now is 14. So
is that because they're giving Michael B. Jordan 2 nominations?
No, I think it's just going to get all of the ancillary stuff, right? Makeup, special, all that shit it's going to get nominated for.
Gonna be golden. Golden Globes. Thank you for that wrap-up.
Yeah, nice.
You're a regular Mario Lopez.
Thank you so much.
You're the Choppelganger of Mario Lopez.
Maria Menounos.
You're their Choppelganger. I don't even know who you look like. You don't look like anybody, but you also look like everybody.
Recently, I have been getting Nate Lowe and Will Campbell.
Oh, Will Campbell. You got little arms, that's why.
Yeah, I do. I have short arms.
Mac walks around like a little T-Rex.
I haven't touched my toes in years.
Who would you say I look like?
A dickhead.
Oh, that's obvious, but I was going to say be nice, but that's as nice as you can be.
I don't know. You look like Ben Schwartz if he added like 20 pounds of muscle.
So credit, number one, that's very, very kind of you. Ben Schwartz, I saw that he was pretty much Jean-Ralphio in a commercial last night. He wasn't completely acting like him, but he looked just like him with the jacket and the hair.
Yeah, there you go.
I know my wife posted a while back. I can't find it right now, but it was like what led her to me, like her childhood crushes and then me. And it was, a bunch of white boys. And I'm like, it checks out.
Who were the white boys?
I know Chase Crawford was one of them.
Okay, you're you're a doppelganger for Chase Crawford.
That is the nicest thing you have ever said to me. Chase Crawford,
I could see it.
handsome man.
I could see it. I understand where she's drawing the line from point A to B there.
I think for the most part, it was a lot of Gossip Girl people. I believe the guy that played Chuck Bass also on there. I'm a little more gaunt than him. She had Sebastian Stan on there. I know someone commented and they're like, I see an awful lot of white boys. I'm like, well, she likes what she likes. What do you want?
Yeah, we all like different flavors.
Yeah, how dare we?
And to be fair,
yeah,
you're a rather tan white boy.
I'm ruddy. So credit to my wife. And thank you for the compliment. I'm flying high right now. Chase Crawford, Chopplegamer, Chase Crawford. News dump. What happened, Mac? There's way too many movies in this weekend box office.
No, we had to talk about all of them, Goo. We had to get down to number 7 so we could discuss it.
This is the dead time of movies. These don't matter.
Weekend box office, Goo. Once again, Avatar: Fire and Ash takes the top spot at $21.3 million. 4th weekend in a row.
That's how they make money. They linger. These movies, this franchise is a stale fart.
It is number 1 for the 4th weekend in a row. It's up to $1.2 billion worldwide. I still don't know anyone that's seen it. I still think it's
This is how Jumanji made all that money.
Number 2, Goo, a movie that opened this past weekend, Primate. It is a horror thriller about a killer chimpanzee that made $11.3 million and has 77 and 72
Tale
on
as
Rotten
old as
Tomatoes.
time. Don't make friends with a chimpanzee. You don't know what they're going to do next.
Do you think it's about the chimpanzee from
Pants. Big Pants in the Sky.
the Jordan
Nope.
Peele movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sky Pants.
Yeah. And then they made a sketch about it where Chris Kattan played the monkey.
Goo at number 3, holding strong. The Housemaid, $11.2 million. It's number 3 for the second straight week. And last week it moved from 4 to 3.
Am I still getting points in the draft from this?
So you're on the verge of an additional 10 points. It's up
That's huge.
It's up to $94 million domestically. $6 million more. You're going to get another 10 points.
That's huge.
In addition, the sequel is in development, and Sydney Sweeney has already signed on. So if you liked that movie and her breastises, there's more of them coming.
Where's the beef?
Number 4, Zootopia 2. It's dropping, and yet still tracking to become Hollywood's biggest animated movie of all time. They're projecting it to make $1.8 billion. It's already at 1.6, so that sounds about right.
It is on my list of things to watch before we give awards.
Goo, at number 5, your favorite movie of the year, Greenland 2: Migration.
Yeah.
Migration.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, Marty Supreme. It's up to $70 million domestically. Smash success for A24, obviously. And at number 7, Goo, I wanted to get all the way down here. Somehow, some way, the abomination that is Anaconda has made $110 million worldwide. Worldwide.
I know people call a lot of things lazy. This is just the bare minimum of what a movie can be, and I hate it for that.
Wasted potential. Wasted potential.
You have such great comedic forces in this movie.
And a great, a fun idea for a movie, too.
It's just
very meta.
It sucks. It sucks. It's so frustrating how much it sucks.
Opening this weekend, Goo, might finally defeat and move Avatar off the top spot. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. 28 years later, one of my 3 or 4 favorite movies from last year. This looks like it's going to be a little more fun adventure in that world. I don't know how much it's going to make, but I think people are looking forward to it. Also, Dead Man's Wire. It's got a 71 on Metacritic. It's based on a true story. I think that might do pretty well. And then Rip, the Affleck Damon movie, is opening on Netflix.
Is that about one of the Street Sharks? The one named Rip?
Yes, it is.
If they made a Street Sharks movie with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, I would assume that Ben Affleck would be Slamu.
Sure.
You then go with Damon as Rip, Casey Affleck as Stripe? Is that one of them? I know Rip and Slamu.
I don't remember any of the names. I do remember Slamu. I don't remember.
Well, Slamu, that's because that is as good of a name as you could possibly think of.
For sure. Easily. Goo, coming out of box office news, there's 2 related things here. Number 1, 2025 was IMAX's best year in history. They made $1.28 billion at the global box office. The 5 highest grossing were Niza 2, Avatar: Fire and Ash, F1, Demon Slayer: Infinity Castle, and Mission Impossible 8. Secondly, here, Goo, Zoe Saldana has retaken the top spot and re-become the highest-grossing actor and actress of all time.
Is she a single mom who works too hard?
Passing Scarlett Johansson. 2 women, number 1 and number 2 is impressive. Number 3 is Samuel L. Jackson. 4 is Robert Downey Jr. 5 is Chris Pratt. It'll be interesting to see how well these next 2 Avengers movies do, because that might catapult Robert Downey Jr.
Okay, so let me correct myself, because first off, as a show, we need to get a fucking stats boy. We need to get Tony Reale in here to keep us on our feet, because we have just been spouting nonsense with no factual base behind them.
Some factual base.
Very, very little.
Fractured memories of facts from
That's
you and
correct. Okay, so let's get back to this.
Yeah.
So number 1, the street shark's name is Ripster.
Okay.
That would be Damon. I would then go, the tiger shark is named Streaks with an X.
Okay.
That would be Affleck.
I like that.
Jab, the hammerhead, Casey Affleck. And then for Big Slamu, the whale shark, Michael Chiklis.
Okay. All right. There's Goose fan casting. For
Thank you, Stat Boy.
movie.
Thanks for keeping us on our feet. News dump. Speaking of casting, Max, Sebastian Stan, we now know that he will be Harvey Dent in The Batman Part 2. And if you're upset that you're not getting the Hush storyline, I do think that this opens him up to being in more storylines and also not just contained to that one that you would have gotten with Hush. This also, I hope, opens it up for him to get his own TV show.
I also like, as we briefly discussed last week when we were hypothesizing and wondering who Sebastian Stan might be playing, I like that, like, he's sort of tit for tat with Pattinson in both the looks department and sort of like the bravado department. They're similar.
And you already told me I'm a doppelganger to this guy.
And I think that, like, Dent versus Wayne is obviously an interesting thing that he can play up. So I'm looking forward to this.
And then also with this movie, we're still waiting to find out if and how ScarJo is in it. Scarlett Johansson. I know that Phantasm has been, bandied around.
Yeah.
You said Poison Ivy because you're stupid. But we'll see what happens. I'm smart. News dump. Damson Idris is rumored to be our new Black Panther. We know him from F1. This has kind of been a rumor or the scuttlebutt for a while.
It's been fan casting for sure.
Yeah,
I think he has a very similar profile to God love him,
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman. God, Jesus. Very similar looking profile to him. Similar frame. He's an up-and-coming actor who we don't know from much else. So I think that would be a good injection into the MCU. He's been pretty humble about it. He said he's thankful to the fans. Of course, it's just rumors, but he loves that movie. He loves that world. So I think it'd be a good casting if you're going to recast it. You also already have Shuri playing the role.
Yeah.
But if he's from an alternate timeline, obviously it could work.
Or if he's the son and then you move time or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I've always thought of you as a doppelganger for Damson Idris.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I know the crowd was also thinking it.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
I thought I'd just throw it forward.
Yeah.
News dump.
Right.
Marvel's veteran X-Men writer Chris Claremont has said that Famke Janssen will be back as Jean Grey in Avengers Doomsday, despite previous claims by the actress that she's not involved. Okay. I assume everyone's in it anyways.
Yeah, part of the reason why people are trying to convince themselves that Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey is because of the fact that Famke Janssen has been so adamant that she's not involved in these next Avengers.
Well, to be fair, she could be involved, and Sadie Sink could still be Jean Grey, just a younger one.
I don't think that's going to be the case. I think if Famke is involved, you'll see Sadie Sink as Rachel Summers or someone else. By the way, shout out the first 2 seasons of Nip Tuck, in which Famke Janssen is in. Nip Tuck was great.
How long did you stick with Nip Tuck? Didn't it get real weird?
I stopped sometime in season 3. I don't remember when, but it did get substantially worse. I don't really care whether she's in it or not, but if she's going to be in it, I don't think there's any way that Sadie Sink's playing Jean Grey.
News dump. Tom Hiddleston was on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast and said that, he'd like to pay his respects to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, saying, "We're all here because of Tobey Maguire. In a way, the film was the beginning of where we are."
I fully understand the sentiment behind that, right? They were smash successes quicker than anyone ever thought they would be. However, due to X-Men 3, The Last Stand, and Spider-Man 3, that got shot down very quickly. We're here because of The Dark Knight and because of Iron Man. That's why we're here.
Yeah, no, because of those ones, and luckily Batman Begins already came out to kind of set this grounded motion of what they're going to try and bend it into. And then The Dark Knight came out, like you said, at the perfect time. Yes, they did a great job, but if we're going to go back to them, then you just go back to Michael Keaton's Batman or Superman.
Exactly.
Because you got
proof of concept was Reeves. It was made, even further proven, obviously, by Burton and Keaton. And yes, those were massively successful in a time where Marvel and comic books were going down, trending downwards. But those film franchises, Spider-Man and X-Men, also shot themselves in the foot. And they were saved by Christopher Nolan and then Iron Man.
But let us also say this. Those movies are good.
Sure, yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. Well, Spider-Man 2 is good.
Spider-Man 1 is good enough.
It's good enough. X2 is great. The first X-Men is not that good.
Well, what happens to a toad when it gets electrocuted?
The second movie in both franchises is great.
What happens to a toad when it gets electrocuted?
Same thing that happens to everything else.
News dump. Huge news for Matt. Kat Dennings confirmed on ET Now that Marvel has scanned her. So she says, to be honest, they could put me in anything they want at this point. Who knows? I'm in the system. Mac, how excited did you get when you saw this?
Don't paint me. Listen, just because you're so anti-Kat Dennings.
Mac broke into Marvel Studios to steal the Kat Dennings guy. Scans.
No, just because you're so anti-Kat Dennings doesn't mean I'm a Kat Dennings guy. I'm just not a Kat Dennings guy.
Mac broke into Marvel Studios to steal the scans.
You hate Kat Dennings as much as I hate Ryan Johnson.
I just don't care for her.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
You don't like Darcy?
She doesn't do anything for me as Darcy.
What's that show she's in? Two and a Half
Broke
Chicks?
Girls.
That's
Two Broke Girls?
2.5 Chicks.
No, she's Two Broke Girls, and then she is currently in one with Tim Allen? ?
Okay, all right. You didn't like Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist?
Not really, no.
It's a good movie, good.
I do like her in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
She is great in that. It's the first time I ever saw her, I think.
News dump. Gonna skip this next one because we did it last week.
Jackass 5, it's back, baby.
New plot description for The Mandalorian and Grogu. You seem to have an issue, so go ahead.
Worst news of the week.
Go ahead, talk.
What we hoped for, all of us, those that have loved Mandalorian and Grogu, and those of us that have put up with it, is we're hoping that the jump to the big screen means bigger and better storytelling, or storytelling that's legitimate and interesting other than side quests. Because 75% of The Mandalorian and Grogu, aka just The Mandalorian, the show, for 3 seasons, has been side quests.
Disagree.
It's just it's a fact.
Disagree.
That's an actual fact.
Disagree. Stamp it.
Argue the percentage of it, but that's a fact.
I just stamped it. You can't.
The fucking plot description we get here, the synopsis, the early one anyways here, Goo. Armored warrior Din Djarin and his little buddy.
Sounds good to me so far. I like this so far. Go ahead.
Hyperspace jump from Disney Plus to the big screen. It's always great when you got to.
I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to your side now, but go ahead.
The Star Wars pair are enlisted to help the New Republic with pesky Imperial warlords, plus form an alliance with an ex-rebel pilot and get involved with Jabba the Hutt's son. So it sounds like it's going to be one big, long episode of television.
I would really like it if Jeremy Allen White is just himself and he just keeps saying, yeah, I'm Jabba the Hutt's son.
Also,
what in the world? You look nothing like him.
We're still doing Sigourney Weaver. We need Sigourney Weaver,
She's a legend.
That she is.
Like of the Hidden Temple.
This is discouraging, to say the least, Goo. It's discouraging. With news a couple weeks ago, too, that Filoni is officially the head of Star Wars Studios now, too. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it.
News up. Speaking of Star Wars, Tom Cruise visited the set of Sean Levy's Star Wars Starfighter and ended up filming one of the lightsaber duels for the film. Cruise waded into the muddy pond holding the camera like a pro. And what I would like to come from this, we've already agreed the holy trinity of movie going is Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, and popcorn. I would love it if Tom Cruise had to make...
Amen.
If Tom Cruise had to like go through every film set to like do just a little bit more, be like, what could make this more of a blockbuster?
Right. Yeah.
Because his big thing, he doesn't give a shit about film. He cares about the cinema experience. So
Sean Levy's similar.
So that could be his job, is to go through and be like, what would make this better for theater goers?
Head of experience, Tom
Cruise.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
And then what can Nicole Kidman do?
She's the head of theaters. So she has to make sure seats are comfortable for her to lounge in and make commercials in.
That's a good point. Although I saw people saying that Stellan Skarsgård made a real pitch at the Golden Globes with his acceptance speech.
Yeah, he said cinema should be seen in cinemas. How about that? You ever hear that?
I am beginning to...
I prefer theater over cinema.
I'm also beginning to go around to... And I love seeing movies at the theater, but the more that people tell me that I need to do it, I don't want to do it anymore.
You're picking up what I'm putting down here.
Many...
Hate that. Don't tell me what to do. Fuck
I
you.
love baseball. Don't tell me that baseball isn't boring, because if you tell me that, I'm going to think it is boring.
I fully agree with that. I'm stamping what you're saying here.
Let me enjoy what I like.
Yeah, I agree.
News dump. This is some news that I think Disney should do more of. Make her the evil stepmother to all of their live-action movies. Catherine Hahn is rumored to be in talks to play the mother. I don't know what she is. I haven't seen Tangled in a while. But the mother in Tangled.
Yeah, the kind of bad guy in Tangled.
Yeah, the bad guy.
Catherine Hahn should be playing fun bad guys for eternity.
Yeah.
That's where she's at her best.
Give her that money. What's the line? Pay that Hahn her money.
Yes, that quote from Rounders. Pay that Hahn her money.
Oh, he could be the bad guy in Street Sharks. I forget his name, but he
is a shark. Huh?
Oh. Huh? Did we just write Street Sharks?
We turned Street Sharks into a gambling movie.
Oh, could you imagine Chickless getting mad at a hand and slamming the table? And because he's a big fucking whale shark, the table flips over?
I love it.
All right. News dump. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die trailer. This is Gore Verbinski. It's directed by Sam Rockwell, coming out on Valentine's Day Eve, and it's not Good Luck Chuck.
It's Gore Verbinski directing Sam Rockwell.
What did I say?
You said Sam Rockwell was directing.
Al Gore created the internet.
Sam Rockwell is starring in this movie. We got a teaser for this movie like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it
looks
great.
like it's going to be one of the better movies of the year. I'm hoping for.
Oh, Sam Rockwell is too big of a star, because Mac and I are trying to create a list of forever Plemonade people that we can't nominate anymore.
Right.
Rockwell is too big of a star.
Jesse Plemons is one role away from being too big of a star as well. Like he's getting there.
Yeah.
Rockwell was Plemons before Plemons, though, undoubtedly. He made Plemonade for his whole career.
Do you think he should wear a shirt when he's walking around saying Plemons before Plemons?
I don't think we're going to get the movie draft in before this movie, but I was going to be pretty keen on this one in the 2026 movie draft, so we'll see how it goes.
The Wrecking Crew. We got a trailer for this. Dave Bautista, Jason Momoa. This is coming out on Prime on the 28th of this month.
Davey's pretty pissed because he was pretty keen on this for the 2026 movie draft. Because he likes losing.
Oh!
I love Dave Bautista. This plot looks somewhat fun to where random big dude's gonna like save their father, I guess. I don't know. Sure, why not?
News up. More Stranger Things.
Yeah, you want more? We got you.
So I have enjoyed, has it been 2 weeks? It feels like an eternity / it happened yesterday.
It's been 2 weeks, yeah.
I have loved, so many people have done video essays on YouTube about the final season, final episode, the build up to it, the disappointment. I've been eating that up. I've enjoyed everyone's opinion on this.
People are just, they don't want to be honest with themselves. They're in a holding pattern on Stranger Things.
I have loved this.
I don't know. Maybe the fifth season being not good or not bad was the best thing to happen to Stranger Things.
Disagree.
It was over either way.
I was going to ask you, actually, do you think the problem is their penultimate season was too good?
Yeah, because we did this 3 down, 4 up, and you figured
but
we were
4
going
was
off a
so
big
far
jump.
up,
yeah,
but also opened maybe too many possibilities.
Sure, yeah. It got us all energized for the finale.
Too energized,
and we had to wait 3 years for it, so that didn't help either. The Duffer Brothers said.
What did they say?
They said they went into production on Stranger Things season 5 without having finished a script for the finale. That is via Netflix.
I can tell you as a podcast, we have finished all of our scripts before every episode, and we know what to say.
I don't want to say anything the Duffer Brothers haven't heard yet here. No shit, motherfuckers. Of course you hadn't finished this. That's why it didn't work out so well. And Goo and I liked the finale. We liked the finale.
Enough.
We just didn't really like the season.
I liked it enough.
Sure.
News dump. Kate Winslet says there's a strong chance that A Mayor of Easttown Season 2 will begin filming in 2027. A note here says, watch Season 1 already, you dickhead.
Yeah, that's from Mac to Goo.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Kate Winslet. So first of all, if they do have a second season, it's no longer a miniseries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mayor of Easttown is the best miniseries of the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and Goo just hasn't watched it.
Can't see
HBO.
everything.
You're in on HBO. What the fuck, bro?
Can't see everything, baby.
Come on, man.
News dump. Adam Sandler says,
what did he say?
I'll make at least 50 more movies before I'm dead. Like 25 of those would be good.
I see. This is why we like Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
He's not pulling punches here. He knows half of his movies are going to suck, but the other half will be kind of all right.
Kind of all right. Maybe one will be an uncut gem.
I bet 2 will be great.
Okay, you're calling us before Sandler dies, even though he's going to outlive us.
4% of the movies for the rest of his life will be great.
News dump. Joseph Kosinski's Miami Vice reboot begins filming this June, starring Austin Butler and Michael B. Jordan.
This will be another hot commodity in the movie draft this year. This has all the makings to be the most fun movie of the year.
If it begins filming in June, it's not going to come out until the year after.
Oh, you're right.
But
you're right.
Can I pretend like it's going to come out at the end of the year, draft it, and then save it for a buck?
No. Well, I guess we'll find out in a month. We'll see what the news is.
That's how we cheat the system.
Yeah.
News dump. Check us out at the end of the week. Maybe we'll do some kind of a what have you been watching? What have you been watching? By the end of the month, actually, it's the 12th? Jeez Louise. We do need to do by the end of the month. Actually, you know what we'll do next at the end of the week? Most anticipated movies of 2026.
Sure.
Top 10.
Top 10.
No one's ever... Whoa. Did we just stumble into something? I've never seen...
You make a list of 15. I'll
make a list of 15. Golf rules. We'll see who yells for.
We'll see you there, or we'll see you another time.
Hope you don't get caught in a sand trap.
Flop
Delicious
shot.
Open club sand wedge. And that's how you make a top 10. News dump.